Shrinekeeper, tell me more about the Abyss. How was it created?
Rest at the bonfire, and let me tell you the story of Manus, the father of the Abyss. In the deepest pit beneath Oolacile, where even light is devoured by shadow, something ancient stirs. A name whispered only in fear. Manus, the father of the Abyss. Before he was a monster, Manus was something else. Something lost to time. The legends speak of him as an ancient being, a man buried beneath the ruins of what would become Oolacile. Some say he was one of the original humans, a bearer of the dark soul itself, perhaps even a fragment of the furtive pygmy. Whatever his origin, he slept in the depths of the world, his soul fractured and forgotten, until the people of Oolacile found him. The scholars of that city were obsessed with light, with knowledge, with bending the laws of nature to their will. And in their arrogance, they discovered Manus's grave. Curious and unafraid, they disturbed it, and in doing so, they woke him. When Manus awoke, he was no longer whole. Centuries of decay had warped his mind. His humanity, the essence of the dark soul, had grown wild, untamed, chaotic. And when the people of Oolacile reached into that abyssal heart to study it, they shattered the final pieces of his sanity. In his anguish, Manus sought only one thing, the pendant that had once been dear to him, a trinket, a relic of his lost humanity, perhaps the only thing that had tied him to who he once was. He reached for it, and his rage became a storm. From that broken heart, the Abyss was born. Not a place, but a spreading corruption, a sea of darkness that devoured light, form, and reason. The citizens of Oolacile were the first to fall. The gentle sorcerers and scholars were twisted into horrors by Manus's power, their humanity corrupted and reshaped into monsters. Their city was drowned in shadow, and the once glorious Oolacile became a nightmare realm, where time and space ceased to matter. From his rage, from his bottomless sorrow, Manus spread his will across the land. His humanity, wild and unbound, reached out like tendrils, dragging everything into his abyss. And in that darkness, something new began to form. The dark, unfiltered and uncontrollable. It was the birth of a power that even the gods could not destroy. Manus's humanity did not remain confined to his body. It bled outward, birthing creatures that reflected his shattered soul. Oolacile's people were transformed into the primeval serpents of the Abyss, twisted mockeries of life, driven by hunger and despair. And from his overflowing humanity came fragments, shards of his soul that would later give rise to beings like Nishandra, Ilana, Nadalia, and Alsana, the daughters of Manus, who would carry his dark essence into the far reaches of time. The Abyss was not simply evil. It was human emotion, magnified, uncontrolled, and raw. Fear, love, longing, regret, all made flesh, all consuming. Manus was not a god of destruction. He was humanity unchained. When the darkness began to spread, Gwyn's last loyal knight, Artorias, was sent to contain it. Armed with his blessed greatsword and the silver pendant that could repel dark magic, he ventured into Oolacile's ruins. But even Artorias, the Abyss Walker, the hero of countless battles, could not overcome Manus's power. Manus shattered his arm and bent his will, corrupting him with the very darkness he sought to destroy. Artorias became a slave to the Abyss, leaving behind only his wolf, Sif, to guard his grave and memory. Amid the ruins of Oolacile, a princess was taken. Dusk, the gentle sorceress who would later be found in the present age trapped within a golden crystal golem. Manus had seized her, perhaps mistaking her for something precious, perhaps seeking to replace what he had lost. Some believe Dusk reminded him of the person tied to the pendant, the one he once loved. When the chosen undead travels through time to the age of Oolacile, they descend into the depths of the Avistas itself to confront the Father of the Abyss. There, in the darkest place in all of Lordran, Manus waits. A towering, writhing mass of darkness and rage. His humanity flowing like a living storm around him. The fight against Manus is more than a battle of strength. It's a battle of will. Every strike, every scream is filled with the agony of a soul that once belonged to a man. His many arms flail and twist. His massive body surges with raw humanity. Each blow is powered not by malice, but by grief. And when the chosen undead defeats him, the darkness does not vanish. The Abyss remains, lingering in the world, waiting. Because the Abyss is not a place. It is within every human heart. Manus's death was not the end. Fragments of his soul scattered across the ages. Each fragment became a reflection of the emotions that once defined him. Desire, fear, loneliness, and longing. From these fragments came the Daughters of Dark, echoes of Manus's power that would one day plague the lands of Drangleic and beyond. His curse endured, shaping the history of the world. The Abyss, born from his sorrow, would consume kingdoms, twist men into monsters, and remind gods and mortals alike of one simple truth. You cannot kill the dark, because the dark is us. Manus was never truly evil. He was human, the truest human of all. His madness was born from loss, his rage from love, his darkness from despair. And in his final moments, when he reached for the pendant that began it all, it wasn't power he sought, it was peace. But in Lordran, peace is a luxury long forgotten. And so the Father of the Abyss became a god of darkness, not by choice, but by tragedy.